Thank you very much. My fellow Americans, my first and highest duty as president is to defend our great country and the American people. As we speak, I am dispatching thousands and thousands of heavily armed soldiers, military personnel, and law enforcement officers to stop the rioting, looting, vandalism, assaults, and the wanton destruction of property. I want the organizers of this terror to be on notice that you will face severe criminal penalties and lengthy sentences in jail. This includes Antifa and others who are leading instigators of this violence. Today, I have strongly recommended to every governor to deploy the National Guard in sufficient numbers that we dominate the streets. Mayors and governors must establish an overwhelming law enforcement presence until the violence has been quelled. If a city or state refuses, to take the actions that are necessary to defend the life and property of their residents, then I will deploy the United States military and quickly solve the problem for them. Then I will deploy the United States military and quickly solve the problem for them.
Overnight, more rage and destructions in cities across the West. On Sunday, angry mobs ignoring mandatory curfews, violently clashing with police, overturning cars, torching buildings, and looting stores. In the shadow of Santa Monica's iconic pier and 3rd Street Promenade, the mayhem unfolded for hours as some peacefully protested.
Heads up, heads up, heads up!
Others provoked a confrontation.
Police here are now pushing forward. They're moving all of these protesters back because the situation here is unraveling.
From dawn to dusk, the scene spiraling out of control as both sides clashed and tension rose.
Some areas, the looting didn't last long. Here on the promenade, local police and the sheriff's department moved in and made several arrests. That's not okay!
In Portland, Oregon, officers took down protesters on the sidewalk. In Seattle, more looting and even more troubling scenes caught on camera at the hands of police. This video appearing to show an officer putting his knee on the neck of someone taken into custody before another officer pulls his leg off. A shocking scene after the death of George Floyd, the reason so many poured into the streets. LA's mayor supporting the right to protest, but condemning the destruction, blaming it on extremists.
They are hijacking a moment and a movement and changing the conversation.
California's governor dispatching the National Guard for the first time since the Rodney King riots nearly 30 years ago. Just like then, businesses and stores paying a heavy price while crowds demanded justice.
This is 10 years of a lot of hard work.
Amid the chaos, also moments of connection between protesters and police. In California, officers taking a knee, joining the crowd in honoring the memory of George Floyd. Another tense night, now followed by an uncertain day.
Here in Los Angeles, police remain on scene, as they do in so many major cities all across this country. They are bracing for another round of protests. There are many businesses here that have not yet been looted, and that is what they are still trying to protect here today, as those curfews remain in place nationwide in so many cities.
What's happening here is we have dozens, if not hundreds, of federal troops descending upon our city. They're not wanted here. We haven't asked them here. In fact, we want them to leave. What's happening here is we have
What are you doing? Use your words. What are you doing? Use your words. What are you doing? Use your words. What is going on? Who are you? NLG will get you out. What's your name? Tell us your name. Okay, you're fine. We'll get you out.
Bro, what?
We got you, friend.
We got you. NLG.
You just violated their rights.
Oh, kidnapping people.
You just violated their rights.
People are being literally scooped off the street into unmarked vans, rental cars, apparently. They are being denied probable cause, and they're denied due process. They don't even know who's pulling them into the vans. The people aren't identifying themselves. And as far as I can see, this is completely unconstitutional.
Portland, they've done a fantastic job. They've been there 3 days, and they really have done a fantastic job in a very short period of time. No problem. New York and Chicago and Philadelphia and Detroit and Baltimore and all of these, Oakland is a mess. We're not going to let this happen in our country. All run by liberal Democrats.
More federal law enforcement to some of these cities?
More federal law enforcement, that I can tell you.